Monsieur et Madame, bonsoir. Oh, we have a treat for you tonight.
This is a story unlike any you've ever seen.
A story of laughter and love, of triumph and tears, of friendship.
I have a friend, a true friend.
One of the greatest friends a man could ever wish.
He was kind, bold, courageous.
Not at all like me.
He told me the heart of a poet can be found within anyone. Anyone.
Many people have tried to tell this story, most very grand.
Most very silly.
They focus on the wonderful costumes, the majestic lights, the lavish settings.
But they always seem to forget what made this man, my friend, so special.
His words.
And it is with this in mind that tonight we offer you another version, a simpler version.
Our version.
And we would very much like you all to help. Laugh.
Cry.
If the muse takes you.
Tonight, we tell our story sans pages.
Sans spectacle.
Well, maybe with a little spectacle, we are in the theater after all.
Imagine, s'il vous plaît, le Théâtre de Bourgogne. Tonight we have a special performance from a special actor. The incomparable, in the worst possible way, Montfleury.
Thrice happy he who hides from pomp and power in sylvan shade or solitary bower, where palmies ever fan his burning cheek.
Wow! King of clouds, leave the stage at once. Cyrano.
I was afraid he'd do this.
Thrice happy he who hides from pomp and power.
Wretch, did I not forbid you to appear this month?
Quiet there. Proceed, Montfleury.
Thrice happy he who hides.
He who indeed. Donkey, say rather hee-haw. Be gone, or must I come help you off the stage myself? What? Still there?
Where palmies ever fan his burning cheek.
Ah, swine, if you dare breathe one bonny zephyr more, I'll fan your cheeks for you.
Monsieur, won't you protect me?
Proceed, proceed.
Go on.
Sir, I will not allow you to insult me in such a manner.
Really? What manner would you prefer?
Quiet up there.
We'll tolerate no more of
If
this.
these gentlemen do not retake their seats, my sword may bite their ribbons. Well, Montfleury, still no exit? Very well then. I enter with knife to carve this fat, stuffed goose. I pray, do not crowd my scabbard here. She may point her tongue out at you.
Oh, come now, Cyrano.
I say be silent! And I offer one universal challenge to you all. Will any who wish to die kindly raise your hands? Approach, young heroes, I shall take your names. To the first man who falls, I'll build a monument. Who will head the list? You, sir? No. You? No, no. Anyone? Anyone at all? Not one name? Not one finger? Very well then, I go on. Attend to me, full moon. I clap my hands 3 times, thus. Upon the 3rd, you will eclipse yourself. Ready? 1.
How dare you! I demand, I insist, I call upon all the nobles.
2.
Oh, this is an outrage, you hear? An outrage! Nothing on earth will move me from this stage!
He was gone in an instant, and just as quickly, the theater manager Bellerose appeared.
Ladies and noble gentlemen. Monsieur de Bergerac, why have you done this to my Montfleury, an admirable actor?
I have 2 reasons, either of which conclusive. First, an abominable actor who mouths his verse and moans his tragedy. The second, well, that is my secret.
But you closed the play.
It was not a very good play.
And of the money? Possibly these good people would like that return, yes?
Yes, why not? Catch!
Well, monsieur, you are hereby authorized to close our play every night on these terms. Ladies and gentlemen, your money will be returned. Kindly pass out quietly. Good night. Good night.
Cyrano was not only surrounded by sneering nobles. One of the faces was quite lovely, a rose surrounded by thorns. Roxanne.
Who is this braggart?
My cousin, sir.
Well, your cousin is the most extraordinary man, mademoiselle.
Oh, I agree. Soldier, poet, philosopher, musician, playwright.
All those?
Clear. And the best swordsman in Paris.
I would have thought the young Viscount here held that on.
Tell me, mademoiselle, that comic mask, that nose, presently, he will take it off?
No, monsieur. He keeps it. And heaven help the man who smiles. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
It is at this point that one unfortunate soul approaches Cyrano. Would you like to do the honors? No? What about you? No. Anybody up in the balcony? Also no. Oh, very well. I'll have to do it, but keep in mind this isn't me. Imagine me, if you will, a fop. Oh, monsieur! When did you leave Paris?
Monsieur?
Of course, that's what you just gone to Montfleury. Did you not know the Comte de Kechi was his betrothed? Who's yours?
No one.
No one. No betrothed.
I said not.
But the Comte de Kechi has a very long arm.
Mine is longer by 3 feet of steel.
Yes, but what
You
about-
may go now.
But what about...
You may go. Or tell me, why are you staring at my nose?
I was not staring.
Does it astonish you?
No, not at all. I've been careful not to look.
Oh, and why not, if you please? It disgusts you then.
No, not at all,
Does its
sir.
color appear to you at all unwholesome?
By no means.
Then possibly you find it just a trifle large.
No, small, very small, tiny, infinitesimal.
What? You dare accuse me of absurdity? Small my nose. Why, magnificent my nose. You pug. You knob. You buttonhead. Know that I glory in this nose of mine. For a great nose indicates a great man. Congenial. Intellectual. Virile. Courageous. Whilst that face, that blank, inglorious concavity which my right hand now finds atop of you, is as devoid of pride, of poetry, of soul, of picturesqueness, of contour, of character, of nose, in short. Is that what's at the bottom of that lip spine of yours? My left foot now meets.
Oh, I hope you're happy.
Presently, this fellow grows tiresome.
Oh, he blows his horn.
I will go and put him in his place.
If you will allow me. Observe.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Monsieur, your nose is clay-cloth. Rather large.
Rather. Is that all?
Oui.
No, my good sir. You're too simple. Why waste your opportunity? You could have said a great many things. For example, thus. Obvious. Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. Is that your nose, or did my carriage park on your face? Aggressive. Aye, sir, if that nose be mine, I'd have it amputated on the spot. Practical. How do you drink with such a nose? You must have had a cup made especially. Descriptive. It is a rock, a crag, a cape. A cape? Say rather, a peninsula. insula. Inquisitive, when you stop to smell the flowers, are they afraid? Personal, well, here we are, just the three of us. Kindly, you love the little birds so much that when they come and sing to you, you give them this to perch on. Shakespearean, to nose or not to nose? That is the question. Sympathetic. Oh, it seems God does indeed have a sense of humor. Eloquent, when it blows, the typhoon howls and the clouds darken. Religious, when it bleeds, the Red Sea. Dramatic, only the beast Aristophanes, called the Hippocama Eletophiles, could possess such a love of flesh and bone. Naive, when will they unveil the monument? Military, point that thing towards the cavalry! Enterprising, what a sign for some perfumer! Culinary, how lucky you are to know when dinner is ready! In Italy! Suggestive, monsieur. I see in you a man of parts, a man of prominence. Or, literary, was this the nose that launched 1,000 ships? These, my dear sir, are things you might have said if you had an ounce of letters, or wit to colour your discourse. But wit not so, you never had an atom. And as for letters, you need but 3 to write you down. A-S-S. Ass.
Insolent puppy. Don't bump it. Fool.
How do you do? And I, Cyrano Savignon, Hercule de Bergerac.
Come, come.
Arrogant. The scarecrow, but look at him. No ribbons, no lace, not even gloves.
True, I carry my adornments only on my soul, decked with deeds instead of ribbons, mantled in my good name, and crowned in my panache, the white plume of freedom. But I have no gloves. A pity, too. I had one, the last of an old pair, and I lost it. Very careless of me. Some gentleman offered me an impertinence. I left it in his face.
So be it.
You shall die exquisitely. Oui, monsieur, poet. So, while we fight, I shall improvise a ballade.
A ballade.
I'm sorry. A ballade is a poem containing 3 8-line rhyming couplets and 1 refrain of 4. I'll make one up as we fight, and as I end the refrain, thrust up.
Will you?
I will. Le ballade duel at the Théâtre de Bourgogne between de Bergerac and a barbarian.
What do you mean by that?
That? It's the title. Stop. Let me choose my rhymes. Very well. Here we go. Let's begin. Lightly I toss my hat away, languidly o'er my arm let fall the cloak that yields my bright array. Then, out swords, and to work withal. A Lancelot at his lady's hall, a Spartacus at the hippodrome. I dally a while with you, dear jackal. Then as I end the refrain, thrust home. Where shall I skewer my peacock? Nay, 'twere better for you to have shunned this brawl. Here in the heart, 'neath your ribbons gay, here in the belly, neath your silken shawl! Harkens my point floats, light as the foe, ready to drive you back to the wall! Then as I end the refrain, thrust ho, ho for a ride! Why you're white as web! You break, you cower, you cringe and crawl! Hark as I tell your last to say, show me the turn of my hand forestall! Life with its honey, death with its gall! Show me the turn of my fancy roam, prefer a touch of the rhymes recall. Then as I end the refrain, thrust ho, refrain! Brave prince, pray God that as Lord of all, pardon your soul, for your time has come. So fling you aslant to sprawl. Then, as I end the refrain, then as I end the refrain, thrust home.
He never stood a chance against Cyrano.
Oh, how they clapped, they laughed, they cheered!
It would not soon be forgotten.
Soon, all were gone. All that were left in the hall was Cyrano and Lebray, Cyrano's commanding officer and closest friend. Well, second closest.
Enjoy the show?
Idiot! Think of the enemies you've made. Montfleury, Valvert, all those foppish marquises, the Comte de Guiche.
That politician.
The Cardinal's nephew. There's power there.
And power here.
Idiot. Take example from me. 20 years as captain.
Yes. Well, someday I'll avenge you too.
Oh, impossible. Come. Let's do dinner.
Dinner? No, not I.
Why not?
Because I have no money.
But the purse of gold.
Very well, paternal pension.
And you have until the first of the month?
Nothing.
What a fool.
Yes, but what a moment.
Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. A man ought never to go hungry. I've everything here. S'il vous plaît.
My dear child, I cannot bend this Gascon pride of mine to accept such a kindness. Yet, for fear that I may do you pain, if I refuse, I will take something. A grape, one only, and a glass of water, clear, thank you, and, half a macaroon.
Nothing more?
Why, yes. Your hand to kiss.
Merci, monsieur. Bonsoir.
Idiot.
Dinner, drink, and dessert. Mon Dieu, I was hungry. Abominably.
Tell me,
Anything.
why do you hate this Montfleury?
He's a very bad actor.
Ah, the real reason? The truth.
That fat goat who cannot hold his belly in his arms still dreams himself dangerously sweet amongst the women. He sighs and languishes, making sheep's eyes out of his great frog's face. I've hated him ever since the day he dared smile upon. Oh, my friend, I seem to see upon some flower a great snail crawling.
Is it possible?
For me to love. I love.
Who? May I know?
Whom I love. Think a moment. Think of me. Me, whom even the plainest woman would despise. Me with this nose of mine that proceeds wherever I go by a quarter of an hour. Whom should I love but, of course, the one woman in the world most beautiful?
Most beautiful.
To these eyes of mine, beyond compare.
Wait, your cousin Roxanne?
Yes, Roxanne.
Well, why not? If you love her, tell her so.
My friend, look at me, and tell me what hope remains with this protuberance. I have no illusions. Oh, every now and again I may grow tender as I go walking through some garden, fresh with flowers after the benediction of the rain, and my poor big devil of a nose inhales April. And I spy across the way where some soul, with a lover on their arm, passes a patch of silver. And I begin to think, oh, how I wish I had Roxanne with me, looking up at me, smiling. And I dream, I forget. And then I see the shadow of my profile on the wall.
My friend.
My friend, I know that I have my bitter days, knowing myself to be so ugly, so alone.
Ah, but your wit, your courage. Why, just now you saw it. That poor girl who offered you your dinner. Her eyes did not avoid you.
Yes, that is true.
And Roxanne, watching your duel, pale.
Pale?
Yes, lips parted, hand at her breast. Thus I saw it. Speak to her. Oh, speak, man.
She might laugh at me. That is the one thing in this world that I fear.
Who should arrive like a scene out of a divine comedy, but a messenger from heaven? Pardon, monsieur. A lady outside asking for you.
A lady?
Monsieur?
That's her duenna.
Yes. I have a message for you from a certain lady. She desires to know when and where she may see you privately. She has certain things to tell you.
Certain...
Things.
She wishes to see me?
We go tomorrow at dawn to hear Mass at St. Ruth. And afterwards, well, where would you suggest?
Well, I'm thinking.
And you think?
Where? Ragueneau. Yes, Ragueneau, the pastry cook.
Who dwells?
Who dwells? Yes, Rue Saint-Honoré.
Very well. We are agreed. At 7 o'clock. Until then, adieu.
I'll be there. Me. To see me!
Not quite so gloomy.
After all, she knows that I exist. Imagine, she is asked to see me.
Are you going to be happy now?
Happy? I'm going to be a storm, a flame. I have to fight whole armies all alone. I have 10 hearts. I have 100 arms. I feel too strong to war with mortals. Bring me giants!
Now, Misty, it's time for me to enter into the fray as myself and show you how I contribute to the story. Cyrano!
Ragueneau!
Oh, thank goodness you're still here.
What's the matter?
I'm afraid to go home.
Why?
You know those comic verses I wrote about the Comte de Guiche? Well, these hired ruffians, bullies, 100 of them waiting for me on the way home. Cyrano, they're going to beat me, cane me. Would you please permit me to spend the night with you?
100 men? Is that all? Ragueneau, you're going home tonight!
But they're armed, they're cutthroats.
Take this lantern, forward march, and I will be the man to see you to your shop. Not you, I want no help from you.
You against 100 men, you're mad.
Those are the
for a pastry cook?
First, because this pastry cook happens to be a friend of mine. Second, this pastry cook also happens to be a poet. And most importantly, if anything should happen to this pastry cook, tomorrow morning at 7, his shop will be closed. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. The night was dark. No moon. Barely any light to disperse the darkness. Eventually, Cyrano found his foes.
Aha! Haha! I have been robbed. There are no 100 here.
I don't think he's a baker.
Go! I'm trying! Do something!
Boo!
How do you feel?
Pleasantly exhilarated.
And, where's Ragueneau?
Ragueneau? Ragueneau! Little poet! Come on out! All's well!
Is it over?
All over!
Really, so soon? How many sort of me? How many did we kill?
Oh, about 80.
80!
Yeah.
80! Oh!
The next morning, Ragueneau is up and about at his usual time. He has smelled of bread, pastries. And Cyrano, well, he didn't sleep at all.
Cyrano! Cyrano!
Yes.
Oh, come now, Cyrano.
What time is it?
Not quite 7. Oh, Cyrano.
Could she have changed her mind?
Oh, she wouldn't dare. We were magnificent last night. And at the theater, too. And as I end the refrain.
Well, when she arrives, where can we converse undisturbed?
Wherever you'd like, my friend. My shop is yours. The little dining room is quite romantic. Thrust home. Seconds for the line. And as I end the refrain...
Vanish! She and her duenna entered from the back. Even cloaked, you could spot Roxanne's beauty from across a battlefield.
Beg pardon, one word. Have you a good digestion?
Oh, wonderful.
Well, here I have some fresh bread, some croissants, some Edam cheese. Tell me, do you enjoy nature?
I adore it.
Well, go and enjoy these in the sunshine. Do not return
Why?
until you have finished them. Blessed above all others be the hour which you remembered to remember me, and came to tell me what?
Oh, I've come to tell you that, for I dare tell you that, I wonder, are you still the same big brother, almost, that you were when we were children, playing by the pond in the old garden by the lake?
At Bergerac, those lovely summers.
Oh, you used to make swords out of bulrushes.
And you, dandelion dolls with golden hair.
In those days, I could tell you everything. And you did everything I wished.
Ah, little Roxanne, the sweet tyrant with short skirts and long hair.
Was I pretty?
Not too plain.
Well, sometimes, when you had fallen or hurt your hand, you used to come running to me, and I would be your mother and say, with a very grown-up voice, "Now, what have you been doing to yourself? Let me see." Oh.
No, this is nothing.
It's nothing. Still, at your age, now how did you do that?
Playing with the big boys at the Pont de Nel. Such a wise little mother.
Tell me, while I wash this blood away, how many you played with?
Oh, about 100.
100?
More or less.
Tell me.
No. First, tell me what you were going to tell me, if you dare.
I think I dare now. Seems like those happy days long ago. Yes, I dare. Listen, I love someone.
Yes.
And he does not know.
Yes.
He loves me too, but keeps away. Is afraid, never says one word.
Yes.
Give me your hand. What hard it is. Yes, he loves me. I am sure of it.
Yes.
And he's a soldier too, in your own company, your own regiment.
Yes.
Such a man. He's fine, brave, proud, young, noble, handsome.
Handsome?
What is wrong?
Oh, nothing. It's just this. My hand.
Well, I love him. That is all. Except I have never seen him anywhere except for at the theater.
You've never spoken?
Only with our eyes.
Well, then how do you know?
Well, people talk about people, and I hear things. I know.
You say he's in the regiment. His name?
They're called Question de Nouvelle.
He's not in the regiment.
Yes, since last week. He's only lately come to Paris from Normandy.
So soon we lose our hearts.
Mr. de Bergerac, I have eaten all the bread.
Yeah, now go out and enjoy nature. But Roxanne, you who only love words, wit, poetry, with all you know, the man may be a savage or a fool.
Not with such eyes. I read his soul in them.
Yes. All our souls are written in our eyes. And you brought me here to tell me this? I do not understand, mademoiselle, the reason for your confidence.
They say that in your company, it frightens me, that you are all Giscon.
And we pick a quarrel with any outsider. Is that what you have heard?
I'm so afraid for him.
Not without reason.
And I thought of you, whom they all respect and fear.
You want me to defend your little baron?
Will you? Or just for me? Because I've always been your friend.
And this is what you want of me?
Will you be his friend?
I will be his friend.
And never let him fight you?
No, never. I promise.
Merci. Oh, I knew I could rely on you. Well, I must be going. But, you never told me about last night. Why, you must have been a hero. You must write to me and tell me all about it. And have Christian write to me, will you? Oh, mon Dieu, you are a darling. Oh, we are great friends, are we not? Oh, he must write to me. 100 men against one. You shall have to tell me the whole story someday when we have time. 100 men? Quelle courage!
I have done better since.
Entering the room, I could see the shattered pieces of what was once a heart, desperately trying to piece itself back together. Well?
Let us leave this place.
But the whole company's on its way here.
No!
I told them about last night. They're on my heels, naturally. They're wild.
Well, why would you do such a thing?
Here they are.
Yes! Mes amis. Good to see you. Yes.
Monsieur de Bergerac?
Your Excellency.
I come to pay you my compliments for both of your exploits last night.
Indeed. Merci.
Oh, come, sir. You are a most extraordinary man, a soldier and a poet. Would you care to join my following?
No! Merci. I do not follow.
Well, I understand you have written a play.
That is no secret.
My uncle, the Cardinal, is also a dramatist. Perhaps I could help you there.
Cyrano, at last you could have it performed.
And why not? Let him rewrite a little line or two here, and he'll find a theater for you.
Rewrite. My lines? Impossible.
But when he likes a thing, he pays well.
Yes, but not so well as I. When I write a line that sings itself, I pay myself 100 times.
Sir, you are too proud.
You have noticed that?
Cyrano! Look what we found on the street. Plumes dropped in their flight by those fine birds who showed their tail feathers. The man who hired these scoundrels must be an angry man today. Who was it? Yeah,
Do you know?
It was I who hired them, to do the sort of thing that we do not sully our hands with, punishing an insolent poet.
Well, they ought to be mounted before they spoil. What shall we do with them?
Monsieur, will you not return these to your friends?
Tell me, have you ever read Don Quixote?
I have, and found myself the hero.
You should revisit the chapter of the windmill.
Chapter 13.
Yes. Windmills, you will recall, should you joust with them, may swing their great arms around and cast you down into the mire.
Or up among the stars.
You made your fortune. He was willing to forget.
There you go again, Crowley.
Yes, this latest post of yours, ruining every opportunity that comes your way, becomes
Very
exaggerated.
well, then I exaggerate. There are certain things in life a man does well to carry to an extreme.
Yes, your independence, your panache, your white plume. If only you'd stop trying to be the three musketeers all rolled into one. How do you expect to get anywhere in life?
I know what you have me do. Seek out the patronage of some great man, and like a creeping vine on a tall tree, climb up it where I cannot stand alone. No, thank you. Be a buffoon in the hope of teasing out a smile on some cold face. No, thank you. Eat a toad for breakfast every morning. Make my knees callous. Cultivate a supple spine. Wear out my belly groveling in the dust. No, thank you. With my left hand, scratch the back of any swine that roots up gold for me, while my right, too proud to know his partner's business, takes in the fee. No, thank you. Shall I use the fire God gave me to burn incense all day long? No, thank you. Struggle to insinuate my name in the pages of the Gazette. Calculate, scheme, be afraid, love more to make a visit than a poem, seek favors, introductions, influences. No! I thank you, no. Thank you, and again. I thank you, no. but to laugh, to sing, to dream, to make my own way, free with an eye to see things as they are, with a voice that means manhood, to cut the air where I choose, and with a word, be it a yes, a no, but never to utter a word I have not heard in my own heart, to travel any road under the sun, under the stars, nor care if fame or fortune lie beyond the bourne, and yet with all modesty to say, my soul be satisfied with flowers, with weeds, with thorns even, but gather them into one garden you can call your own. In fact, I am too proud to be a parasite. And if my intellect is the germ that climbs towering to heaven like the mountain pine, I stand not high, it may be, but alone.
Alone, yes, but why go about making enemies?
Watching everyone else making friends everywhere, as a dog makes friends. I mock the manner of these canine courtesies and think, here comes, thank heaven, another enemy.
Yes. Tell this to all the world. And then to me, say very softly, she loves you not.
You're right. You're right. Roxanne must know. I'll write it to her. Leave me alone for a moment.
Cyrano, wait! Give us the story of your
Presently!
No, I want it now.
Oh, leave it be. There's time enough.
No, now. As an example for that tadpole stalking in the doorway. You, there.
Are you addressing me?
Yes. You flat-footed Norman farmer.
Do you wish something of me?
Listen, Monsieur de
Nouvellette. Baron Christian de Nouvellette.
Very well. De Nouvellette. As you are a newcomer here, there is something that you should know.
And that is?
There is a certain subject, or object rather, that is never mentioned among us.
And that is?
Look at me. Do you understand?
You may.
We never speak that word. To even breathe it is to have to deal with him.
He has exterminated several whose mere tone of voice even suggested it.
Would you die before your time? Just mention anything convex, anything cartilaginous.
One word, one syllable, one gesture, nay, one sneeze.
And your handkerchief becomes your winding sheet.
Captain,
Sir.
what is the proper thing to do when Gascons grow too boastful?
Prove to them that one can still be a Norman and have courage.
I thank you.
Cyrano, your story?
All right. Where shall I begin? I went out with our host to meet those scoundrels, not knowing where they may attack. No lamps in those narrow back streets, no moon in the sky. Dark, everything dark. Mon Dieu, it was so dark you could not see beyond your
nose!
Who is that man there?
He's a new recruit. Arrived last week.
A new recruit.
His name is Christian de Nouvellette.
I see! Very well. As I was saying, it grew dark. So dark you could not see your hand before your eyes. I thought all for the sake of one amateur poet who decided to write a verse whenever he took a
nose full.
Whenever he took a notion that might antagonize some dangerous man. One powerful enough to make me pay.
Through the nose.
Pay the piper! After all, I thought, why am I putting in my
nose
or putting in my oar in a quarrel that was none of mine? Still, now that I'm here, might as well go through with it. Come, Gascon, to your duty. Suddenly I saw a flash in the dark. I called it fair.
on the nose.
On my blade! Suddenly I was
Nose to nose.
face to face with Aquascore at once. They were down as a wave. I charged
Nose in the air.
skewered two of them, disarmed the third, and an avenge that I parried
With your nose.
out. Out, everyone out! Leave me with him! Go! Embrace me!
What?
You! You have courage. That pleases me.
Why?
Oh, come, do you not know I am her brother?
Who?
Hers! Roxanne's.
Her brother? You?
Well, a distant cousin, much the same.
Then she has told you.
Everything,
She loves me.
perhaps.
My dear sir, more than I can say, I am honored.
Oh, this is rather sudden.
Oh, please, if you only knew how much I've admired
Yes,
you.
yes, and all those noses.
Please, I apologize.
Roxanne expects a letter.
From me?
Yes, why not?
Oh no, once I write, that ruins everything.
Why?
Because any schoolboy can write to her more gracefully than I, a fool.
You did not attack me like a fool.
Anyone can pick a quarrel. No, never at a loss for words among men. But with any women, paralyzed, speechless, dumb, I'm one of those stammering idiots who cannot seem to quote a woman.
Really? Ugh. I should think that, given the opportunity, and if I put my mind to it, I could do that rather well.
If only I had the words to say what I have in here.
If only I were handsome like you. Together, we could make one mighty hero of romance.
If only I had your wit.
Borrow it then.
What?
Tell me, would you dare repeat to her the words I give you day by day? Send to her the letters that I write? I mean, Roxanne shall have no disillusionment. Oh, come, shall we win her both together? For you?
But Sarah,
But sure, why not?
I'm afraid.
Afraid that when you have her all alone, you will lose her. Have no fear of that. It is yourself she loves. Give her yourself. Put into words, my words, upon your lips. Will you? Will you?
Does it mean so much to you?
It means a comedy, a situation for a poet. Come, shall we collaborate? I will be your cloak of darkness, your enchanted sword, your ring to charm the fairy princess. Think, is the prize not worth the danger?
But the letter?
Here. All it lacks is a signature.
You have one already written.
Oh, we poets are never without a sonnet, a stanza, or a verse dedicated to the muse in our hearts.
But will it fit? But will it fit Roxanne?
Never doubt the vanity of la divine féminine. It will fit her perfectly like a glove.
My friend!
My friend.
Christian's training was exhausting. Cyrano was as much a soldier as he was a poet. The slightest I am misspoke, and it was as if the ark itself was desecrated.
Take my heart, I shall have it all the more. Plucking the flowers, we will keep the plant in bloom. Thus do I love thee, my darling.
Idiot. There are a dozen ways to read that line. Can you not give it some meaning? Any meaning? Thus do I love thee. Thus do I love thee. Thus do I love thee. Thus do I love thee, thee, thee.
Homer's epics, Plato's philosophies, Shakespeare's sonnets. Words, endless words. Eventually, Cyrano gave Christian words from a writer with actual talent. Himself.
Who knows your smile has known a perfect thing. You are a white rose, wherein love lies in ambush for its natural prey. In the garden of my heart, you are the most
Fragrant blossom.
The endeavor was as foolish as it was futile. The entire country was preparing for war. All of France could feel it bubble.
As the tender sapling thirsts for rain, as the eagle seeks the sky, as the wave hurtles towards the shore, my heart yearns for you.
Better. It's getting better. You are beginning to have a feel for words.
Words, I'm sick of
What's
words.
with your weapon? Tell us, do you conquer?
Yes, but when? When? They're fighting in the north now. Any day the regiment will be called up, and I've never even kissed her.
Patience, my boy. Patience.
I've been patient. Why, she sees the Comte de Guiche as often as she does me. Do you suppose that she's playing with me? Making a fool of me?
Impossible.
How can you say? How do you know? Cyrano, you have no confidence. You can find out.
Nonsense, I say! Oh. Very well. I'll go and scout the terrain.
Cyrano, listen. Intelligently, discreetly.
Of course.
With finesse.
Yes.
And what do you think of Christian after all these weeks?
He is as beautiful as he is brilliant. I love him.
Really? Do you find him intellectual?
More so than you, even. Oh, I didn't mean
No. I'm glad.
It's just that no man has ever beautifully said those things to me. Oh, those pretty nothings that are absolutely everything. But sometimes he falls into a reverie. His inspiration fails. But then, all at once, he will say something absolutely... Oh,
Really?
how like a man. You think because a man has a pretty face, he must be a fool.
Not necessarily. He talks well about matters of the heart.
He does not talk. He rhapsodizes. Oh, he dreams. Only the other night he said to me, extemporaneously, mind you.
Of course.
Take my heart. I shall have it all the more. Plucking the flowers, we will keep the plant in bloom. Well,
Passable. He writes well.
wonderfully. Listen, knowing you have in store more heart to give than I find heart room.
First he has too much heart, and then too little. Exactly how much heart does he need?
Well, you are teasing. You are jealous.
Jealous.
Yes, you poets are all alike. But would you dare criticize these lines? And unto you, my heart gives one whole cry. And writing writes down more than you can receive. sending you kisses through my fingertips. But, oh, read my letter with your lips.
Yes, those last lines. But he overran.
Oh, listen to this.
You know them all by heart.
Everyone.
Well, I may call that
Well,
flattering.
he is a master.
Oh, come now.
Yes, a master.
Very well then, a master, if you will. And when do you bestow the laurel wreath? How many more prodigies of poetry must this new Hercules perform?
I do not know. Mon ami, you and I both know it is you men who claim to own the world and all that is in it. To a man, a woman is at best a prize, a property valued much the same as a horse or a dog. Well, if I must be chattel, then the terms shall be mine, and the price set according to my own values.
I see. Christian tells me that you want to meet tonight. What would you have him speak about?
Oh, nothing. And everything. I shall say, speak to me of love, in your own words. Improvise, rhapsodize, oh, be eloquent. Oh, but you will not tell him, will you?
Perish the thought.
Mademoiselle, Comte de Guiche.
Mademoiselle. Monsieur.
Mademoiselle. Monsieur!
I come to take my leave.
Where are you going?
To war. Well, I see my leaving grieves you not. Have you at least heard I am named commander?
Of the Gascon?
Yes, of the Gascons. Where serves your cousin, the prancing puppy. I shall have my vengeance upon him at Eris.
What do you mean? The Gascon will go to Eris?
What ails you?
Oh, despair! Oh, the man one loves. At war.
Oh, you say such nice things to me, and now I must leave you.
Would you truly seek revenge against my cousin?
Do you take his side?
Oh, no, against him. But how do you mean to revenge yourself on Cyrano? By throwing him into the thick of battle? He longs for it. I know a way to wound his pride far more.
How?
What if, as you grandly lead your command to Aris, Cyrano were left here with his beloved Gascon, and they were to sit crossed-armed for as long as the battle lasts? There is your revenge. Cheat Cyrano out of his chance for death and glory.
Oh, woman, was there ever such a devious creature as a woman?
He will eat his heart out for the battle. You will deprive him of.
Ah, well, here I have the orders to be sent out to every company, except for one, which I shall keep back, the Gascons. And there, Cyrano, that's to you. And as for you, of all ladies.
Perhaps there is more to us than you may realize.
So, you do love me then, just a little?
This is proof of love.
I must take my leave. Adieu.
Not a word of what I have done. Cyrano would never forgive me for stealing his fight.
My lady is not the wilting flower many think. Women's minds are as fierce as their hearts, especially those hearts in love. The night was young, the moon full. So many romantic things happen atop balconies, but even more comical things happen underneath them.
Christian, quick!
No.
This is the time to learn your lines!
No.
I've got some brilliant phrases for you. Delicate, sensitive.
No! I'll have no more of it. Taking my words, my sentences, all from you, making our love a little
But
comical.
don't you see that's how you've been succeeding all this time?
It was a game at first, but now she cares.
Undoubtedly.
Thanks to you, I'm not afraid any longer. I'll speak for myself.
Indeed.
I will. You shall see. Besides, I know enough to take a woman in my arms, and tonight I will.
Christian, I beg of you.
Thank you, my friend.
You're making a grave error!
Goodbye.
Please listen to me!
Leave me.
So be it.
Christian!
Roxanne.
I'm so glad you are early. Let us stay out here in the moonlight. It is so pleasant. Stand. There. So, now speak to me.
I love you.
Yes, speak to me of love.
I love you.
Now, be brilliant for me tonight of all nights.
I love you so.
You have your theme. Now, improvise, rhapsodize.
I love you very much.
I ask for cream, and you give me milk and water. Tell me first, how you love me?
Very much.
Is that all you feel?
Roxanne, your throat. If only I might listen. Yeah. But Roxanne, I love you.
Again?
No, not again. I do not love you.
Now that is better.
Better? I adore you.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I know I grow absurd.
That distresses me as much as if you had grown ugly. Now, please, gather your dreams together into words.
I
know. You love me. Good night.
Oh, but wait, please. I was going to say.
That you adore me? Yes, I know that too.
Oh, stay.
No.
Can love only be sincere when it is insincere? Dressed up in fine words, coldly chosen. My love is beyond words. Only the singular word love is left. All I can say is I love you.
And how many times in my life do you think I have heard that? As articulate as owls, endlessly hooting, caterwauls and tomcats, hungry for their temporary mate. None of these fine Parisians have original thought in their heads, nor tongue in their mouths. Money, finery, rank, they find these so irresistible that a woman should thank them for their leaders in lecture. Marquis, Vicomte, doesn't matter. It all sounds the same. Oh, I want you so. Oh, I need you. Oh, be mine. I love you. And now you. I thought. Never mind.
Great success!
Help me.
No. Speak for yourself, my friend.
Why I can't.
Well, at least you know not to take a woman in your arms.
Oh, Cyrano, please.
What, it made you have a little comedy?
Cyrano, I cannot live unless I win her back. Now, this moment.
Now, this moment, or the devil am I to teach you this Help me. The balcony. Oh, it's more than you deserve. But it is fairly dark. This can be done. Come over here. Idiot, here! Stand before the balcony. I'll be right next to you, whispering what to say.
Wait, but won't you
Just call her
Roxanne!
Sweetly!
Roxanne?
Who's calling?
Christian!
Christian!
You again?
I had to tell you.
I had to tell you.
No, go away. You tell me nothing.
Please.
Please,
You
please!
do not love me anymore.
No.
No.
I do not love you anymore.
I do not love you anymore.
I love you evermore.
I love you evermore.
And evermore and more.
And evermore and more.
Oh, a little better.
Love grows and struggles.
Love grows and struggles.
Like an angry child.
Like an angry child.
Breaking my heart.
Breaking my heart.
His cradle.
His cradle.
Better still. Only such a babe is dangerous. Why not have smothered a newborn?
And so I do.
And so I do.
And yet he lives.
And yet he lives.
I found, as you shall find.
I found, as you shall find. As you shall find.
This newborn babe.
An infant
Hercules.
An infant Hercules.
No,
Strong enough at birth.
Strong enough at birth.
Spangle.
To spangle.
Strangle!
Strangle.
Those two serpents.
Those two serpents.
Doubt and pride.
Doubt and what?
Pride!
Doubt and pride.
Only, tell me why you speak so haltingly. Has your imagination gone lame?
This grows too difficult.
Your words tonight hesitate. Why?
Through the warm summer gloom, they grope in darkness toward the height of you. My words are heavy with honey like returning bees, yet they must fly so high.
Am I so high above you?
Perilously. A single harsh word could kill, breaking my heart like a stone.
Come nearer then. Stand you on the bench.
No!
Then I'll come down.
No!
And why so great a no?
Let me enjoy the one moment I have. My one chance to speak to you unseen.
Unseen.
Yes. Yes, night making one dim veil over us both. You need no eyes to hear my heart. Oh, tonight let it be as though I speak for the first time.
First time.
Yes.
Your voice even. It's not the same.
How should it be? I have a new voice tonight, my own, myself, daring!
And why daring?
For fear that you might laugh at me.
Laugh. At you?
The unworthiness of a fool, an insufficiency that seeks solace in verse. What am I? What is any man that he dare ask for you? Only until tonight have I hidden behind poetic words and tinsel phrases.
But are they not sweet? Those pretty phrases?
Not enough sweet for you and I tonight.
You've never spoken to me like this.
I tell you, there comes one moment, once, and heaven help those who let that moment pass them by, when beauty stands looking into the soul with grave, sweet eyes that sicken at pretty words.
Oui, c'est l'amour.
L'amour. A love beyond breath, beyond reason, beyond love's own power of loving. If I could, I would. Here and now, this moment, take all words that ever were, weren't, could or couldn't be, and in mad armfuls, not mere bouquets, I would adorn you with all. Oh God, how I do love you. Your name is like a golden bell hung in my heart. And when I think of you, I tremble and the bell swings and rings. Roxanne! Roxanne! And along my veins, Roxanne, do you begin to understand a little? Can you feel my soul there in the dark breathe on you? Only tonight do I dare say these things, I to you, and you hear them. Never in my wildest, most unreasonable dreams have I hoped for this. It is my voice, mine, myself, that says these things, that makes you tremble up there in the green gloom above me. You tremble as a blossom among leaves, and I can feel all the way down this jasmine branch to behold the passion of you trembling.
Oh, yes, I tremble, and I weep, and I love you, and I am yours, and you have made me thus.
I have done this to you. I myself. Only let me ask one thing more.
One kiss!
You ask me.
I ask. I mean, you go too far.
She's willing, why not make the most of it?
I know that I startle you. I know that I ask too much.
You do not insist.
I insist!
But not insistently.
Only one. Is that all?
All? Why, how much more than all? I know that I ask too much. I ask you to refuse.
Why?
Christian, be quiet.
What is it that you say?
I am angry at myself because I know that I go too far, and so I say to myself, Christian, be quiet.
Who should ride but an old friar approaching the garden by lamplight? The noise to all the two would be Romeo's.
Excusez-moi, messieurs. I am looking for the house of Mademoiselle Roxanne Robin.
That way, to the right. Keep to the right.
Merci beaucoup, messieurs. I shall say my prayers for both of you to the very last beat.
Bring me that kiss. No! Sooner or later.
Sooner or later it must be, because she is young, and you are handsome. If it must be, I would rather myself be the cause, if it must be.
Are you still there?
Yes,
We were speaking of.
a kiss. And what is a kiss when all is said and done? A vow taken before the shrine of memory? A sacrament of blossoms, the very O in the word love, a secret whisper that mistakes the mouth for an ear, a new song sung by two hearts to an old, simple tune.
Hush!
Why, what shame?
No. No shame. Come. Gather your sacred blossoms.
Climb.
Climb.
What in the seven hells are you waiting for?
I'm not sure now is the right time.
Your moment made immortal.
Climb, you animal! Go!
Roxanne.
Ah, Roxanne. I have won what I wanted. A feast of love. Though I am faint with hunger. Still, I have something now that I did not have before. I spoke the words that won her. She kisses my words. My words! Upon his lips. Oh, what, dear father? Lost your way again?
She lives here, Mademoiselle Robin.
Robin! I thought you said Roland.
No, R-O-B-I-N. Robin.
I see. Robin. Yes.
I'm too old to be chasing geese. My feet.
What a shame. Although I'm sure that there's someone at home!
What is it?
Bonsoir. I have a letter for the young lady, Mademoiselle Roland.
Roland?
Robin!
Mademoiselle, a letter for you?
Yes, I heard. Cyrano.
Just passing by, cousin. I saw your light.
A matter most profitable, no doubt. A very noble lord gave it to me.
As my regiment has been called to the front, I can afford you to delay no further. This simple, dim-witted friar who knows nothing will marry us tonight. All my love, Antoine de Guiche.
Father, this letter concerns you. Mademoiselle, the Cardinal will have his way, though against your will. That is why I am sending this to you by a most holy man. Intelligent, discreet. You will communicate to him our order to perform here and at once the rite of holy matrimony. You and Christy will be married privately in your house, being resigned to the Cardinal's command, who sends herewith his blessings, you're very humble, and etc. Oh, this is awful!
And, you are to be the bride.
Look here, a postscript. Send to the monastery, in my name, 120 pieces of gold.
120! Oh, a worthy lord, a very worthy lord indeed. Daughter, resign yourself.
I am resigned. Mr. Guiche, Do not let him enter.
Don't let him enter!
Not until we are married. Please.
Noble gentlemen do not prowl the streets of Paris at night, lest they be recognized and attacked by the barbarous multitude. Therefore, a mask may be worn, for only the gallant would see through it. Oh, who are you?
Me?
Where did you come from?
The moon!
What?
I have fallen from the moon!
The man's a lunatic.
Like a bomb, I tell you, I fell from the moon! And I don't mean that metaphorically.
Yes, well, I simply...
I say the moon!
Very well, then!
Thank you!
Now, if you don't mind, I simply wish to go...
Where am I?
Sir,
What time is it? What place? What country?
please, monsieur.
Oh, I'm confused! Dazed! Befuddled! Good heavens! This face? A robot! Where am I?
My face? No, it's a mask, you see.
A mask!
Yes.
This must be Venice. A carnival?
No, a young lady is waiting for me.
So this is Paris.
The old Paris. Please excuse my appearance. I arrived at the siege as I passed by the last thunderbolt through the ether.
Monsieur, I simply wish to go...
Yes, I know. You wish to know from my own lips the nature of the moon's inhabitants, the characteristics of its surface, if any.
I desire no such thing.
Of course not. You wish to know by what mysterious means I reached the moon. Well, confidentially, it is a very secret affair of state, but a new invention of my own. First, I must tell you, it has nothing to do with ornithology, stupid birds.
Drunk as well as mad.
No. I tell you, I had my choice of several inventions to reach the moon.
Really?
Yes, several ways to violate the virgin sky. Several. For instance, smoke has a natural tendency to rise. Blow into a globe high enough to raise me.
Yes, that's one.
Second, I might construct a rocket in the shape of a huge locust, driven up by impulses of saltpeter from the rear, then proceed upwards by leaps and bounds.
Yes, that is enough.
Lastly, seated on an iron plate, katonk, I hurl a magnet into the air. Wah! The iron follows. I do it again. Wah! I can do this indefinitely.
And which did you adopt?
None. Yet another.
Which was?
Yes.
I can't.
I'll try.
Interesting idiot, this one.
Alas, you shall never know. You are free and they are bound in wedlock.
That face, that nose! Oh, Cyrano!
Cyrano! Just this moment they have exchanged vows.
My compliments to you, mademoiselle, and to you, mademoiselle, and you as well, my traveler in space.
My lord, the handsome couple you and God hath joined together.
Go over there. Baroness, you will kindly bid your husband farewell. Baron, I have your orders. You are to report at once.
You mean,
Yes, for the war.
but the Gascons are not called.
They were and are, and always under my command. Out there, we should have an accounting.
Somehow that news fails to disquiet me.
John,
The wedding night's not so near.
Somehow that news fails to disquiet me.
Your lips again.
Baron, you have your orders. Rockets to the moon.
Farewell, Roxanne.
take care of him for me. Don't let him do anything dangerous.
As best I can, but I cannot make that
Make sure
promise.
he's safe.
If that's at all possible.
Keep him warm and dry.
As best I
And
can.
have him write to me every single day.
That I promise you.
It's ironic, isn't it? We are sent here to besiege Eris. The Prince of Spain besieges us, and now we are cut off, surrounded.
It's quite the game of chess, where the besiegers are besieged and starving to death.
Yes, yes, I know you're hungry. But why blame me? I'm just your colonel. Oh, I know you despise me, call me courtier and politician. But my courage under fire is well documented. Why, only yesterday I repelled a Spanish attack, pouring my own men upon them down like an avalanche. I myself led the charge.
And your white scarf.
Oh, you heard that episode, did you? Yes, I was so far advanced of my own men I was in danger of being captured. But, thinking quickly, I quickly tore off the scarf that marked my military rank. I cast it aside, escaped amongst my own men, rallied them, returned, and won the day. Now, what do you say to that?
Only this. A man's panache should not be so easily discarded.
This is war, damn it, and the end justifies the means.
Your definition of courage and mine differ in this, monsieur. An officer should not resign the privilege of being a target.
How fortunate for all of us that you are denied that privilege.
Fortunate! Lend me your scarf. With your permission, tonight I shall lead the first charge wearing it over my shoulder.
Why, you know you're safe making that brag. My scarf lies across the riverbank, a place swept by artillery, impossible for any man to reach alive.
Yes. Here.
Thank you. You know, this bit of white is exactly what I need to make a signal. I was hesitating, but you have decided me. Hold your fire! Hold your fire! That man down there is a Spaniard, and quite useful to both sides as a spy. As I was about to tell you, and it's no secret, starvation has robbed us of our victory here. Fortunately, the Marshal has devised a brilliant plan for sneaking food to camp. He left this morning and intends to return this very night. Unfortunately, he had to take half our forces with him.
Fortunately, the Spaniards do not know that.
Oh, yes, they do, now. And they'll attack tonight, at this very spot.
You mean?
I mean, sir, that this is for all of you. You who think yourselves invincible, the bravest of the brave and all that. I don't pretend to give the slightest damn about you. And why needs be personal? And you, whose thrill it is to take on 100 men single-handed, why you should relish this. The Marshal needs a diversion. And the objective, I'm sure you can tell, is to gain time until the Marshal returns with food.
And to gain that time...
Oh, you will all be so kind as to lay down your lives. Checkmate.
Cyrano, you're back.
Yes.
Are you hurt?
No. They've become experts at missing me.
You risk a life so precious for letters. Ridiculous.
I promised he would write.
Foolish dreamer.
Well, he who dreams dines. Dreams are a welcome respite from starvation. My God, look how pale he is. And yet still handsome. I don't... If only his poor little lady love knew he was starving to death.
Rest.
Later. Do not scold me, Lepre.
What are you doing now?
Writing another. That is incredibly distracting. Something on your mind?
My stomach.
We all suffer the same vacuity.
Words. You always say such fine words, even now. You cannot feed yourself with poetry. We're hungry.
The whole world is hungry. You're only thinking about yourselves.
Enough.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're right. But hear me, friends, just one thing more. I would rather die saying a good thing for a good cause than sit around wailing about the emptiness of my innards. Let me die with valiant steel piercing my heart and a battle cry in my throat. And let me die amongst those friends that would fight such a fight with me, huh? Besides, think of our dear commander. Do you wish for him to see you suffer? Then go about your patrol. Sing a happy song fit for Gascons and show him the metal we're made of.
Sarah.
strength.
And that letter, is it for?
Yes.
I should like to say farewell to her, with my whole heart for her to keep.
You have.
Wait,
What?
this little spot.
Spot?
Yes, it's here.
Oh! Oh. That is nothing. A poet, while he writes, is often seduced by his imagination. A fond farewell, a goodbye kiss, a final embrace. Though counterfeit, all seem real in his imagination. There's half the charm of writing. I made this letter so bittersweet that, as I wrote it, I wept.
You wept?
Yes, and why not? Shedding tears before a battle is in the most noble of traditions. Hector, Ajax, Ulysses, weepers all. Because they knew it was a little thing to die. But to die not seeing the one we love, that is truly terrible. And I shall never, you shall never.
Give me that.
Is that a carriage?
Courage!
Halt! Who goes there?
On the service of the king! The king? Fall in, everyone!
Good morning.
On the king's service, you.
The greatest of all kings. Love.
Mon Dieu!
But how?
Roxanne, why have you come?
Well, the siege has lasted far too long.
But you cannot stay here.
And why not? He's my husband. We shall die together.
The Spanish will attack at any moment.
Which is exactly what you wanted, wasn't it, Colonel?
So, my lord, you wish to make a widow of me?
On my honor, no, I swear.
And I swear I am staying. Call it a temporary madness. Now, would someone please provide me something to sit on? The journey from Paris to Paris is long. There. Now that is better. How did I find the army? Simple. I followed the path of destruction. Oh, had I not seen the devastation with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. My carriage was fired at.
But how did you slip through the siege?
Why? Through the Spanish lines. Well, when I pulled up in my carriage, the Spanish officer gave me such an incredulous look. But I smiled at him, and no offense to you, fine, brave Gascon, but the Spanish, well, they are indeed gallant. I was allowed to pass.
Such a smile is quite the passport.
But they must have asked where you were going.
And I answered, to see my lover. Of course, I had to say my lover. Forgive me. If I had said my husband, they would have never let me pass.
My lady, your presence here brings out the hero in us all. The entire camp smells of jasmine. May I the honor of asking for your handkerchief?
Of course. But why?
The company has no flag. And now we have the finest flag in all of France.
Oh, let the world come against us! I can die happy now. If only I had even a big.
Ignoble to speak of food in front of Venus herself.
Well, gentlemen, I am famished. If one of you could please grab me a pastry or a cold fricassee, some old wine. What is it? Why do you hesitate?
We would, my lady, but where on earth to find such things?
In my carriage. Look a little closer at my coachman, gentlemen, and welcome someone you know very well.
Gentlemen, We heard rumors that told that you were hungry, so we arrived prepared, while the Spaniards were so distracted by a view daily misses the beast. And the mutton, ham, and goose. You'll find them concealed in the seats, stuffed in the cushions, and hidden in the carriage lamps. Even my whip handle is a sausage.
She walked through the camp all afternoon. Each Gascon introduced themselves with absolute gallantry, with food in their bellies and a beautiful woman to defend. The men were never braver, morale was never higher, De Guiche was never quieter. And Cyrano, oh Cyrano, his empty stomach was forgotten because his heart was once again in peril.
Christian! A word.
What is it? What's wrong?
If Roxanne should...
Should what?
Speak of letters.
What of it?
You have written to her more often than you think.
I have.
Am I not the interpreter of your passions? Sometimes, I wrote to her without telling you.
And just how often have I written? Once a week? Twice? 3 times? 4?
More.
What? Every day?
Yes, every single day. Twice.
But we put under siege! How?
She's coming. The bread.
Christian, at last.
Roxanne, why? Why did you come? The danger!
It was your own doing. Your letters brought me here, or your lyric flood from the battlefield. The letters that you've written to me every single day.
Every day?
Which one more wonderful than the last?
But all this for a few absurd love letters.
Absurd? Your letters? No, never. Each one was like hearing your voice that night in the dark, remember? Oh, like your arms around me. I read them over and over. Each page was like a petal falling from your soul. Each word the light and fire of love, sweet and strong and true.
Sweet, strong, true.
Christian, I have come to be forgiven. Now it's time to be forgiven. Women may die so soon. Oh, forgive me for being light and vain and for loving you only because you were handsome. But now,
No.
I love you for yourself, for who you are.
Roxanne.
How you must have suffered, for you saw how frivolous I was, loving you only for the mere costume, for the poor, casual body you went about in. To a soul like yours, that must have been torture.
No.
I know, you cannot perfectly believe in me, a love like this.
No. I want no love like this. I want love only for...
Only for what every other woman sees in you? I can do better than that.
No. It was better before.
Well, you do not altogether know me. I was a child. I'm a woman now. If you were as handsome,
No.
unattractive, ugly even, I should love you still.
Do you mean that?
Yes, I mean that.
Ugly.
Even then. What is it?
Nothing. Only Cyrano.
Cyrano?
Cyrano has something to tell you.
Where are you going?
I will return in a moment. Cyrano!
Your wife, monsieur, she comes with me.
No, sir, she remains.
But there's still time for her to
She
escape.
stays!
Very well, then. I stay too. Someone, hand me a musket.
My lord, you show courage.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Go and leave a woman?
Colonel, my compliments, sir.
Thank you.
What's the matter?
She does not love me.
What?
She loves you.
Nonsense.
She loves only my soul.
No.
Yes, and that means you. And you love her!
Christian, calm down. Calm down.
I know. You wrote to her every day. Every
It
day!
was perfectly simple.
Simple. For a month we've been blockaded here. Haven't we even seen those letters?
Before dawn, I managed to slip past the lines and I was...
First step. Every day. You let her say it!
Yes! I love her.
Tell her.
No.
Why not?
Why not? Look at me!
She said she would love me, even if I
She said that?
Yes. Go to her!
No. No. Do not believe any such madness. You go to her. You shall never be ugly. Go, it is you that she loves.
That is what we shall see.
Christian, you're driving me too far.
Shall I ruin your happiness because I was born with a pretty face?
Shall I ruin yours because I can say what you feel?
I'm tired of being my own rival. I want her love for the poor fool that I am, or not at all. Go! Tell her! Roxanne must know the truth. Let her make her own decision.
It will be you.
I hope so.
The Spanish fires are going out. It's starting. We need a scout.
Where is Cyrano?
Captain, let me go.
Oh boy, Cyrano knows the terrain. He knows their lines.
So do I.
Oh, wait. Let him go, Webb. We need to know from which direction the advance comes, their weight, their numbers.
I understand.
Roxanne?
Cyrano?
Christian, he thinks you ought to know that
I do know. He doubts what I told him just now. I saw that.
But was it true what you told him?
Yes. I said I should love him, even if he would.
The word comes hard before me. Say it. I shall not be hurt. Ugly?
Even then, I should love him.
Disfigured?
Or disfigured.
Even grotesque?
Oh, how could he ever be grotesque? Ever, to me.
But you could love him.
Yes. And more. What is that? What is happening? Cyrano?
The Spanish advance, but there is still time.
Where is Christian?
At the parapet?
Oh, then what is it that you wish to tell me?
Roxanne, this is going to be difficult, and for once, I am at a loss for words. But Christian, he wanted you to know that...
Gunfire was no stranger to us, but that shot. It's as if the whole world stood still.
No.
Christian!
Down.
Give him to me!
Gently. Boy.
Oh, is he dead?
Dying.
I won't let him!
Gentlemen, to your places!
Yes, my friend, yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Did you?
Yes, my friend, I told her. She loves you.
Roxanne.
Yes, my darling.
No.
Christian!
Her sobs were drowned out by the cannon fire, and her tears trod underfoot like so many drops of blood, both his and others.
You must go, now!
You were his friend. No one else knew him but you. Was he not a hero?
Yes,
A
Roxanne.
heart deeper than we knew.
Yes,
A
Roxanne.
poet. A soul magnificently tender.
Yes, Roxanne.
Wait. A letter over his heart?
My lord! You must get her out of here, now! Save her!
Yes. Gain us but time. Victory can still be ours.
My love is dead!
Come on.
But so am I. For my love mourns me, and does not know. Will never know. I have 2 deaths to avenge now. Christian's and my happiness. So fly high, little flag! And goodbye, Roxanne!
We fought. We died. We fought again.
Who are these men who are so fond of death? One Spaniard cried.
On and on they came. And when all hope seemed lost, we heard the trumpets of our returning troops. The battle was ours.
How fortunate, some said, to have lived, while others waste their youth. There is no war now, and no hope for any.
No hope for any. Colonel, all of us, old and young, are fools. Ours is the greater folly. For we are the elder fools. Oh, Cyrano, another satire for the Gazette, another glove flung in the face of power. Why must you do it, Cyrano? Why must you attack? Stupidity, deceit, corruption. He's too old now, an old dog with nothing but his teeth.
Yes, but teeth can be pulled, and that can be painful. Who knows? There are many ways for a man to die. He might end up in an accident. Madame, how long do you insist on staying here? Forever and morning.
Forever.
Was Christian really such a man?
If you knew him, you would not ask.
I did not know him. I made no attempt to know him. Still, your friend Cyrano, does he come to visit you?
Yes, every week. My old friend takes the place in my Gazette.
Ah.
He brings me all the news. Every Saturday, under that tree, I wait for him. The clock strikes, and I need not even turn to look. At the last toll, I can hear his cane tapping the wall.
His satires have made him many enemies.
They still fear that sword of his. No one dares touch him.
Yes, that may be true.
It is not violence one should fear from him, madam. Solitude, poverty, cold, gray December stealing on wolf's feet into his darkened room. It seems to me he's worn the same old coat for many months now.
Oh, well, that's nothing new in this world. We need not pity him. I mean, he lives his life in his own way. Word, thought, and deed, free.
My lord.
Oh, yes, I know. I have everything, and he has nothing. But still, if I were to come across him in the street today, yes, I would be proud to shake his hand. Well, I will take my leave. Will I ever see you again?
Come whenever you like.
Then you have forgiven me.
I am here.
You know, when a man gains too much, when he succeeds too often, he begins to feel 1,000 small displeasures with himself, the sum of which is not exactly remorse, but a vague sort of disgust, dry illusions, pained regrets. Yes, there are times when I truly do envy your Cyrano.
The sentiment does you honor.
Madame, while it is true no one has yet dared to raise a finger against your friend, I must say, last night at the theater I did hear some things. When you do see him, tell him to be careful. Oh, I wish the treachery was something in this world he could detect. But that big nose is gets in the way of so many things. Even happily ever afters.
Merci, monsieur.
Cyrano left my shop that morning, cane in hand. I had just finished telling him about Moliere's newest play, how we stole a scene from him word for word. Moliere has good taste, he smirked. He also played well. Oh, it was beautiful, I said. They laughed until they cried. Moliere has genius, he muttered softly. Christian had looks. With me, it is always thus.
Shall I tell you something, sister? Yesterday, Friday, mind you, I ate meat again.
I know. That is why you are so pale. The Please come with me to the kitchen before you go. I'll make you a great bowl of hot soup.
Of course. Of course.
You are quite reasonable today, monsieur.
Oh, perhaps you'll convert me yet?
Not for all the world.
Astonishing. There you are, bursting with holiness, and yet you never preach. And now, sister, I shall astonish you. I am going to let you pray for me tonight at Vespers. Absolutely struck dumb, eh?
I did not wait for you to say I might.
Now may the devil take me if I ever live to see the end of that damned embroidery.
After 14 years, late for the first time.
Oh, I know. Maddening. I was detained by an old friend. Or at the very least, an old acquaintance.
And did you tell him to go away?
For the time being. I said, "Excuse me, I see that today is Saturday. I have a standing engagement, one I cannot miss. Not even for you. Come back, about an hour from now.
Well, the friend shall have to wait. I will not be through with you till dark.
Perhaps a little before dark. I must go.
Oh. Then, tell me the court routes, my Gazette.
Yes, of course. Saturday the 19th. The king fell ill after 8 helpings of grape marmalade. Grape marmalade will no longer be served at court. Sunday, the royal pulse is now normal. But a bishop went to heaven! Or so it is believed. There is as of yet no word of his arrival. Monday. Everyone was talking about the success of Molière's new play. Tuesday, the king fell ill after 6 helpings of marron glacé. Marron glacé will no longer be served at court. Wednesday, the Comte de Fisc spoke to Madame de Montglas. She said, no. Thursday, nothing. Friday, Madame de Montglas said, oui. Saturday, the 20th.
Cyrano?
No,
What is wrong,
it's all right.
What?
It's all right. It's my old wound from Aris. That's all.
friend.
It'll be gone in just a moment. There, you see, it's gone. It's gone.
We all have our old wounds. I have mine here, under this faded scrap of writing. It's hard to read now, save for the blots and tears.
His letter. Oh. Did you not promise me once that one day you might let me read it?
His letter? You wish?
I do wish it. Today. Farewell. Roxanne, today I die.
Aloud.
I know it will be today, my own dearly beloved. And yet my heart's still so full of a love I have not spoken. And I shall die without telling you. Nevermore shall my eyes behold the sight of you like wine. Nevermore with a look that is a kiss, behold the sweet grace of you.
I read his letter.
I remember a way you have of moving one lock of hair with one hand from your forehead.
His letter.
My heart cries out,
Reads
cries out, and keeps on crying.
in a voice.
Farewell, my dear, my
Such
dear,
a voice.
my heart's own, my own treasure, my love.
I remember.
I shall never be away from you. In another world, I shall still be that one that goes on loving you with a love beyond measure, beyond.
Cyrano. How could you possibly pretend to read it now?
Roxanne,
Oh, it was you.
no,
Oh, I should have known it every time I heard you speak
no,
my name.
it was not I.
That's you.
Roxanne, please.
The letters, that was you. And the voice in the dark, that was you.
No.
And the soul. It was all you.
I never loved you.
Yes, you loved me. Even now, you love me.
No, no, no.
And why so great?
No, my dearest love, I love you not.
And why stay silent for so many years? Every night and every day, you knew in that letter lying on my breast, the tears. You knew they were your tears.
The blood was his.
But why? You never said. You never even hinted. Why break your silence now?
Cyrano!
Here, he's here, I knew it.
Madame, he has killed himself in coming here. Oh, with recklessness.
I did not finish my gazette. Saturday the 26th, an hour or so before dinner, Monsieur de Bergerac died, foully murdered.
Cyrano. Oh, what have they done to you?
Eris, I wished for valiant steel to pierce my heart. But oh, how fate loves her jests. Oh, me, ambushed! My noble foe, a lackey, my battlefield, a gutter. It's too perfect. I have missed everything, even my death.
Sisters!
No,
Sisters!
no, please don't go. I may not be here when you return.
You shall not die! I love you!
Well, that's not in our story. When beauty says, I love you to the beast, all his ugliness melts away like magic. But as you can see, I'm still very much the same.
And I have done this to you.
No, no.
It's all my fault, mine.
On the contrary. I have never known womanhood in its sweetness but for you. My mother did not like to look at me. I never had a sister. Later in life, I feared those sweethearts with mockery in their smiles. But for you, I have had across my life one dream, one love, A sweet tyrant with short skirts and long hair.
I have only ever loved one man in my life. And I have lost him twice.
Look. The moon. My old friend. And what names now alight your azure backdrop? Aristotle? Plato? Socrates? Here lies Cyrano, Savignon, Hercule de Bergerac. Soldier, philosopher, poet, musician, playwright. Nothing. Everything. Nothing again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I must go. My lunar beam awaits. But please, I would ask this one thing. Do not mourn any less that good, young, noble, handsome Christian. But when the great cold gathers round my bones, may your widow's tears be for a little while my tears as well.
Oh, my love.
No, not here, not seated, not like this. No one help me! He shall find me, standing on my feet, sword in hand.
Cyrano?
Delusional. I see him now. He's coming. He's grinning at my nose, that skeleton. Who are you to grin, noseless one? I feel shoed in marble and gloved with lead. Who are you? 100 against 1? My old ancient enemies? I know you well. Falsehood there! Prejudice there! Compromise! Cowardice! And what are you? Surrender? No, never, never! But that leaves you. You, vanity. I always knew that you would defeat me in the end. But I shall fight on. I shall fight on and on! All my laurels you have stripped away, and my roses. But there is one thing that I take in spite of you. And tonight, as I enter my last lodging, my salute shall sweep away the stars from the blue threshold. One thing, unspotted by doom, and that is my panache. My white
I had a friend, a true friend.
His was a tale of love and loss, of laughter and tears, of friendship.
He was the greatest friend a man could ever wish.
He was kind, bold, courageous, not at all like me.
He told me the heart of a poet could be found within anyone. anyone